The grass is not the only green thing that is disappearing around California. The historic drought has done much more than close golf courses and bring water use restrictions to the population. Now, we are finally getting the tap for the disaster, and it's not looking good. Estimates calculate a $2.7 billion hit to the state's economy from agricultural losses alone, according to the research done by the University of California, Davis. The sad part is that this loss is not nearly enough to hurt the players and decision makers to really do something about the natural disaster unfolding in front of us. Here's the thing. The problem is that although we are going to see a real big, sizable hit in the economy, it only represents 2% of California's overall gross domestic product. So really is not affecting how the state conducts business. So all of the things and measures that we are taking, in my opinion, are just makeup. They are not really addressing the situation where it needs to be addressed, because we are restricting the use in the population, but the farmers and agricultural companies, they still have this very sizable allotment of water for them to use.
Well, California as a whole is doing a good job of trying to offset the problem with moving crops like their tomato crops to the northern part of the state where water is aggregated differently. They're able to still thrive. Something interesting though, the flip side of this, global water technologies are up, stocks in these products are up. So a lot of people are taking advantage of the drought, albeit not the farmers, but other companies are, which some people are making money off of this, which,
of course,
which could be
necessity is the mother of all inventions. So when we face this situation where we are scarce in water, we feel the need to come up with technologies and workflows that help us face the situation. The reality is that even for the agricultural economy, the hit that they're getting is nothing. The $45 billion that they're going to lose this year alone, it only represents 6% of their total business. Again, it's nothing that is going to really make them change. There is some light at the end of the tunnel. The farmers actually, for the first time ever, agreed to do the voluntary cuts in exchange that the government do not impose newer cuts down the road. They know that the drought this year is not as bad as they expected, but they know that the impact of last year's drought is just going to be felt now. Like we said, they are adjusting their practices. They're moving tomatoes to the northern part of the state where there's more water available. There's less restriction than the Southern California that is pretty desertic. And it's also very important to share that really it's only 10% of California's agricultural economy that is being hurt or fluctuates with the drought. So I think that it really is not affecting the bottom line of the farmers. So they don't really have to change anything. Well,
let me ask you, California is not responsible for the drought. What would you have them do? And in my opinion, they're doing all they can with moving these crops. They're trying to put a moratorium on water supply and using
what is the first thing?
But, I mean,
first,
they're doing all
farmers,
they can.
They need to start looking into more sustainable products growing in California. We know one of the big issues is almonds. How unsustainable and how much water per almond we need is around 1 gallon per almond that we use to grow this. And now with the almond milk craze, everyone wants almonds, so we are actually overusing the land. That's one aspect. The other aspect, and is not very well talked in the media, the fact of a lot of companies are still bottling water coming from California. They've been companies that decided not to bottle California water anymore, but there's still many, like Walmart, that still today it's bottling water, and they don't get to pay any of that. We as consumers, we as citizens have to leave the restrictions of the water, but the big corporations, again, they get off the hook. Please let me know if you are as angry as I am about it. Let us know in the comments, and please subscribe to the Lib TV.